thing.
I think basically,
What does it mean to be a traceur nowadays?
I think there's a lot to be said about this stuff, but you know, a traceur, we think, and kind of a lot of the founders say that a traceur is someone who is a complete human being, someone that's very self-reliant, physically complete, you know, able to use the skills and knowledge physically to help people help themselves, all that stuff, but also mentally complete and with a strong spirit. You know, this is very important. The stuff you do, the movement you do, you know, it's not so important really. I mean, it's, you know, you can do flips and jump around if you want. It doesn't really matter. Your movement is your movement. How you express yourself is going to be your own and whatever. And you may want to play with that stuff. But when you really understand, when you really train in parkour terms with high-level traceurs, you understand very quickly that most of those flips and extraneous movements, it's not a question of whether they should be in principle part of it. They become not part of it because you can't use them. You just can't use them for the stuff you have to do in proper parkour. If you try and use them, you'll die because they're not efficient. They waste a lot of energy, and they can't get you to where you want to be. You know, they're not precise enough. It's very rare that you can get a guy that can do a big, massive trick and land on a rail. It's very rare. It's basically impossible. So that is, you know, I think it's not a question of in principle. If you want to do tricking and stuff, that's fine. Do it. It's fine, absolutely fine. But if you want to then train with the high-level traceurs and do proper stuff, you know, really difficult stuff, it's not a question that it's an argument of should we or shouldn't we. It's a question of, well, I can't bloody do it because to do this jump, I need to just do the jump. That's what I need to concentrate on, doing the jump, getting there and surviving, not looking flash halfway across it. Because you will die then. You know? So I think when you train properly, it comes out. That stuff naturally falls away. Also that stuff is kind of easier. You know, when you train that stuff, it doesn't take long to learn flips and tricks. You have to learn proper parkour with real precision, real touch, and to combine it all with real power and dynamism. It's much harder. It takes a lot of practice. And when you get to that when you get into that, you then start thinking, man, this is the stuff to do. This is hard to do. If I can do this, then I can, you know, then that's impressive. Learning the back door of a wall, you can learn that in a week in the gym. Anyone can learn. So learning to do good parkour, this is properly hard. If you train with, you know, Steph or Kazuma or whatever, Yamak, and you just try and follow them in a training session, you'll learn really quickly that, okay, I'm not going to be doing any flips today. Otherwise, I won't be able to follow him. You know, so you just kind of just naturally move away from it in a way. But it's up to each individual. Their own movement is their own movement, and you know, you can find being a traceur is very much about understanding yourself. You know, self-knowledge, self-improvement, and you can do that in any discipline. You don't even have to be doing, you know, you can do bloody carpentry and do that stuff. You know, it's all about how you approach your discipline. You know, pretty much one way is every way. You know, so once you're involved once you treat your life as a kind of way of self-improvement, anything you do will become a vehicle for that. So I think it doesn't really matter what you do, you know, as long as you're just trying to improve, you're training hard, you've got the right spirit, you know, not quitting, not backing down from your fears. As long as you're doing that in whatever you're doing, whether it's sewing or gardening or running or whatever, then I think you're kind of on the right way.
Good answer.
Yeah,
long answer.
You have no
Very
idea.
good long answer.
I should have just gone flips, not
What do we need?